Hey friends, what's up? Ash here. Welcome back to Extra Gents Scents. Hope that you're doing well. Today we're going to be taking a look at a fragrance from the house of Floraiku, and that fragrance is called One Umbrella for Two. So this is, I believe, one of the more popular fragrances from the house. I only own a couple from Floraiku. I want to get more as time goes, mainly because I just love the presentation, and some of them are really good. Actually, a little while back, I did some first impressions of a bunch of samples that I had. Some of those were Floraiku, and there was one in particular that I really want to pick up. It's called Ayo. Ayo. So they've got other ones that I want, and maybe other ones that I'll buy and review as time goes on. But for now, let's jump into it, and let's go over One Umbrella for Two. So this one, I know you can find at Twisted Lily. It is not cheap. It's like $350 retail. I mean, it comes with a decent amount of stuff, a decent amount of kit, and I'll show you all that here in a second, but it's still not cheap. That said, if you do shop at twistedlily.com for anything, whether it's something from this house or something else, use the code GENTS10, save yourself 10%. I mean, 10% off, $350, a decent amount of money, save yourself $35. That being said, fragrances from this house do pop up on occasion at discounters, Fragrance Net, Fragrance Buy, places like that. And I've seen them going for like $230-ish. So assuming that you could find this one at a discounter, it'll probably be somewhere in that vicinity. So still not cheap, but cheaper. And I will link this one below in case you want to check it out. Okay, first off, let's go ahead and take a look at the presentation. Let's see what you get. First off, the box, and it's a doozy. So this is what the bottle actually comes inside of. It has a really nice design on the front there. There's nothing on the back, and it has a lightly magnetized lid. So you open that up, and then on the inside, you have a cutout. It's like a soft foam with a velvety feel on top. Your bottle sits right inside there. Now you'll notice that there is some other stuff in here. You don't get just the bottle, you also get this little travel spray. So a little 10 milliliter size travel spray, that's pretty cool. And then alternative caps for your bottle. So let's take a look at that really quickly, and then we'll go over the whole travel spray thing. So here is your bottle. This is how it's gonna look when you take it out of the box. Looks really nice. You have this great design up top, which is actually functioning as a cap when it looks like this. You got the name of the house, name of the fragrance, and your concentration on the front there. It's a 50 ml size bottle. On the back, you have the little haiku that goes along with the fragrance. And then the batch code is on the bottom of the bottle. Mine is UT10120. So as I said, this is functioning as a cap, basically. You just stick it right on top of the bottle there. I mean, it's a very different looking cap for sure. It looks really nice. I mean, this is a very unique presentation. And I'll go ahead and waste a couple sprays for you guys as always. Nice atomizer on this one, works really well. Okay, so let's go over the different configurations that you can do here. This is your standard style with the bottle. This is how it looks out of the box, but you can take this off, and it's pretty hefty. It's got some weight to it. Then you can take your travel atomizer that comes in the box, and you can put that down inside. And then you can take this cap, and you can just go like that. And now you have a travel spray of the fragrance, and it looks really slick. And then you have this cap, which is also inside the box, and you can go ahead and just pop that over the bottle. So if you wanted to, you could display your bottle like this, which looks much more standard, and then you could have this ready to go whenever you wanted and rock with it as a travel spray. So that's all cool. At least you get a really nice looking presentation for the money that you spend. Ultimately though, that doesn't matter too much if the fragrance is not good, because then you'll just have a pretty presentation and a fragrance that you never ever want to wear. So how does it smell? Well, this one has a big blast of black currant, a really good amount of it. It's fresh off the top, it's fruity, it's sweet, but also tart, slightly green, a little bit bitter, but overall, I think leaning much more toward that sweet side of things. Very appealing. It has a gourmand edge to it pretty much right away, which looking at the note breakdown, you wouldn't really expect. This house keeps the note breakdowns very, very simple for the most part. So they don't really give you too much information there. They just give you the bare basics. You've got tea in here, you've got cedar, you've got black currant, you have cyclamen, you have rice. and you have musk. Oh, and also, just in case you were unaware, the people that run this brand are the same people that run Memo Paris and also Hermetica. Yeah, so those 3 brands, all the same people. Anyway, back into this one, you get a good amount of black currant off the top. It has a gourmand feel to it, almost like a nuttiness almost. And the black currant is almost like jammy in a way. So it's got that density to it. The tea and the rice mixing together, it's like very lightly powdery. And then you have this very semi-spiced cedar note that's underneath that. So you have this sweetness, this warmth, this nuttiness, almost even like a very faint baked good kind of vibe around the edges of the fragrance, and then that rice and tea combo melding together above the cedar. It's very warm, it's comforting, it's easy to wear, it's quite unique. There's nothing else that I own that smells like this. I know that there are some other fragrances out there that people have drawn comparisons to and said like this is pretty close to this or pretty close to that. But as far as what I own, what I've smelled, this is really its own thing. It's really well done. I'd say of the fragrances that I've smelled from the house, it's one of the best easily. I don't know if I like it more than AO, but to be fair, when drawing that comparison, that fragrance I've only smelled off of the sample sprays that I did in the video where I was smelling it for the first time. And this one I've been able to get more acquainted with and wear more often, obviously, since I own it. But I think that this is really well done. And I do understand why this would be one of the most talked about, most hyped fragrances from the house. It makes sense. As far as this fragrance being unisex or feminine or masculine or whatever, a lot of people don't care about that, but some people do. For me, I'd say unisex, but it does have a little bit of a feminine lean to it as far as how it comes across. Like I can wear this and feel completely comfortable. It doesn't bother me at all. But if you're looking for something that has a much more clearly defined masculine lean to it, if you want to call it that, this is not that kind of fragrance. Let's talk about performance really quickly with this one. As far as projection goes, it's more moderate. It's definitely not weak, but it's not something I would consider, powerful or really strong. Though I would say it definitely leans more toward being above average than it does being below average. So projection is solid, nothing to complain about there. And then in terms of longevity, actually really good. Lasts a long time off my skin. So it's one of those fragrances it's gonna be there. You're gonna be able to pick up wafts of it throughout the day or throughout the evening. It doesn't shrink away and become a skin scent really quickly or anything like that. So I'd say overall above average for the longevity, and then the projection is solid, not amazing, still solid. In terms of seasons, for me, this is gonna be more fall, winter, early spring. As it gets really hot outside, heading into summer and summer itself, I'd reach for something else. It's not the type of fragrance I would wanna wear in the summer. It's the type of scent that you spray it on and it could cause headaches, it could be a little cloying to some people. It's just not the type of fragrance you wanna wear when it's really hot out. It's not really refreshing, uplifting kind of fragrance. Like I said before, it's more cozy and warm. So overall, I'd say One Umbrella for Two is a fragrance that I very much enjoy. I like the way this smells a lot. The price point, it's rough, but you do get a great presentation. The quality here is very nice as well. And I really like the whole travel spray thing. That's cool. So this is one that I do recommend. I think that it's one of the best from the house that I've smelled, as I said. So if you're wanting to dip your toes into the world of Floraiku, not a bad place to start. So there we go. One Umbrella for Two. Really lovely fragrance. Great presentation. A lot to enjoy about this one. If you smelled that, let me know what you think about it, and also the other fragrances from the house, and let me know ones that maybe I should check out from the house, because as I mentioned earlier, I've got some samples that I've been working through. Right now, AO is the next one that I want to buy, but if there's one out there that you think is superior to that, let me know. Thank you for hanging with me. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys again another day with another video. See you later.